It's all art. So that said, again, it's just like I acknowledged before, wherever you are in your social media journey, if you will, would you agree you got something from that?
Yes.
Right? So just, I loved what he said there at the end. You got to start somewhere and just keep growing it and whatnot. And for those of you that maybe do have any questions, obviously he's going to stick around. You can get some of those questions answered before you leave here. But if we can, one more time, just genuinely give him a take a 10 to 15 minute pause. We're going to play a new video for you here. I would like you to take some notes during the video though. It is from Mr. Grant Cardone. A lot of you are plugged into our Friday Night Leadership Obsessed. So this book is going to be related, this segment is going to be related to some of the things you've read and what he's all about. So gentlemen, if you could help me there. Mr. Holmes, I sent you a text message as well if you could look at that. Mr. Vinny, hit that.
My dreams are first every day, then my wife, then my kids. I can take care of my wife and my kids now. Would you agree? I abandoned this. This is the fuel for who I am. I abandoned this dream, and then I can't take care of them. And then I'm going to tell them what? It's all right that you didn't win. No, it's not all right if you don't win. You need to win. How many of you need to win more? Okay? If you don't control your environment, folks, somebody else is going to control your environment. You guys that run teams and run organizations, if you do not control your environment, someone else will control your environment. You are being controlled in your environment right now. CNBC, CNN, MSNBC, the parents, the kids, the Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube, the Google, the Snapchats, or your environment, your friends and your relatives, your uncles, your aunts. The garbage dump called planet Earth that you live on is mostly broken people. If you don't control your environment, it starts with me. When I was 45 years old, I'm going to control my environment. I'm going to take every penny I have, all the energy I have, all the resources I have, and I'm going to improve me. If I got to go broke in the process, because I'm already broke. Look, if you're not fulfilled if you're not reaching your full potential every day, you're broke right now.
Rule number 2 is get attention.
How many of your parents told you this? Don't get too much attention. Fly under the radar. Don't toot your own horn. Be seen and not heard. Dude, you don't get attention today, you have absolutely zero chance of being successful. Money follows attention. Period. End of story. You guys that don't have time for Facebook and Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram, you're like, I ain't got time for all that. How many said that before? You're like, I ain't got time for all that bullshit. I'm busy being broke. I'm busy running my shit into the ground. I'm busy freaking with a bunch of old lies and old ideas. I'm busy paying for my house note for the next 27 years, stuck in one place and I can't move to jobs.
Rule number 3 is keep feeding the dream.
I know everybody's looking for, hey, when did your life change? Look, it changes every day. So, and then you got to add change on top of that. How are you going to get to Mars, right? Well, you're going to build a ship. You're going to probably blow up the first 2 or 3 of them. And then you're going to stay focused on the task. Get people around you that don't make excuses. Get rid of people that do. And then you're going to be like, hey, we're going to Mars, dude, no matter what it takes, what it costs. And you got to keep feeding the dream, you know? And so that's what I've done, dude. From 8 years old, 7, 8 years old, I've just been feeding the beast. And when I quit feeding the beast of my dreams and fantasies, when I quit giving them energy, what happened was I started feeding other demons. And my life went downhill. So by the time I'm 25, I'm broke, I'm wrecked, I'm spiritually bankrupt, I'm physically bankrupt, I hate myself. But I didn't quit, you know, Jared, I just had to start rebuilding from zero.
Rule number 4 is don't make excuses.
Hey, I was broke. You understand? I was broke when I was 25. Dead broke. I'm not talking about financially broke. Let me tell you something. No, I didn't have any money in my pocket. I didn't have any credit cards. Nobody would give me credit, okay? Didn't have a driver's license. Okay, 1970 Ford Maverick, had a 1974 Maverick, no air, no heat, no door handles. The freaking floor was rusted, okay? I lived in a 275 square foot apartment, maybe 300 square feet if you count the little step out in the front door. make $275 a month, and I was late almost every month. So don't tell me about your money problems, man, okay? Don't tell me about where you were born. Don't tell me about your bad breaks. Don't tell me about what your daddy did or your uncle felt you up or something, did some kind of weird thing to you, and I'll ruin your head, or your sister abused you or whatever, okay? Look, we all got problems. You got to fix your problems now. You got to get your money right. So 25 years old, I'm like, I'm getting my money right. I'm done. No more excuses. No more crybaby. No more blame. I'm getting my freaking money right.
Rule number 5, my personal favorite, study success.
As I started studying people that did more. Not people that didn't do more. Not people that said do less. Not people that said, hey, don't be satisfied or be satisfied. Not people that said, hey, be grateful for what you have. I started studying people that said and had done more, that you can do more. That's who I listen to today. I listen to the people, my friends in my life, the people I listen to, the people I talk to, the people that I follow on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. I don't follow everybody. I follow the people that say, you can do more, dude. I follow the people that say, I am doing more. I follow the people that are actually doing something on this planet to make a difference for the better. You have to be selective. You have to give something up, okay? You cannot listen to everybody, to every voice, to every person that's quit or given up. You got to make a decision. If you have that little voice inside of you that says you can do more, you have to give attention to that voice. And you got to feed it with those that support that idea that you can do more.
Rule number 6, work super hard.
I remember my dad died when I was 10 years old. He didn't have a problem with work. He said work is good. He said more work is better. He said lots of work is even better than that. And if you could get a whole bunch of people working together, you could actually accomplish something. Now, fast forward, to somewhere in the last 20 years, work became an addiction. Like, oh my God, you're a work addict, you're a compulsive work person, you're overachiever, you have problems in your life. I'm like, dude, the only problem I got in my life is that you telling me work is a bad thing. The more I work, the better I am. The more I get accomplished, the happier I am. The more I work and the more I accomplish, the better I feel about myself. I'm not trying to fill up a hole. I'm trying to reach my potential.
Rule number 7 is expand.
Okay, check this out. 22 out of 28 million small businesses in America have no employees. 0 employees. What kind of business is that, man? I am the master and the slave. I am the prisoner, the warden, the jailhouse, the system. Dude, you're stuck. That's not a business. You cannot do the solopreneur thing even though you see some guy on Instagram rolling out with a Lambo. Okay? It's bullshit. That's not a business. A business is people in a company. Anybody know any major successful person that didn't have a bunch of employees? Anybody here know any great company that had 1 employee, 1 flow of income, that didn't use debt? Okay? Caterpillar, debt. Coca-Cola, debt. Ford Motor Company, debt. They had to use debt. You got to use debt to expand. You can't stay small and expect the world to know you. It's impossible.
Rule number 8, aim for freedom.
For me, success is freedom. Like, at the end of the day, I want freedom. Money's great, but money just gets us freedom, right? So I see a lot of my peers. In fact, a friend that I was doing business with a couple years ago, he said to me, he's like, Grant, you're the freest guy I know. This guy's extremely wealthy, worth multi-billions of dollars. He says, you, my friend, are the freest guy I know. I said, what do you mean by that? It just came out of nowhere. You say what you, we'd spent a lot of time together. He's like, I've been with you now for about a month and a half. You say what you want. You do what you want. You know there's going to be consequences. It's clear that you're consciously aware that you're saying something that's going to affect somebody. He's like, you're not stupid. You know what you're doing. I see you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. He didn't even know what most of these was. He says, I see you say what you want as often as you want, willing to make mistakes. She sees it too, right? So she knows that you go into environments and she's gotten even used to the fact that I'm going to have my opinion. I'm going to go research things that other people might find controversial. I'm going to dig into things that people are like saying no about.
You will cross the line.
So for me, it's about freedom. It's about, can I go where I want? Can I do business with who I want? This is what I've always wanted in my life. I want to go where I want. I don't want to be fixed in one spot. I want to be able to move.
Rule number 9, go to the next level.
My first 10 years of my life, I remember being on one plane with my mom, my dad, and my brothers and sisters. We went on one trip in 10 years. Before that, I never been on a trip. We sat in coach, and we flew to Los Angeles, and we went to Disneyland. Okay, and every time we looked at something, everything was too expensive. So, and I was tripping out. All I knew was the people that had the money had the control. They decided when we went to the Mickey Mouse Pancake Shop, what rides we could be on, and you know, fast forward to today, you know, I don't stand in line when I go to Disneyland. I'm like, hey, what do I have to pay so I don't have to stand in line? My dad could have probably done that too, but he didn't go to the next level. And for him, for my parents, you know, you made money, you saved money, you protected money, and that was good. But it's not the only solution. My dad stopped at save the money and let's go on a trip. You know, rather than, hey, you know what? Let's keep building. Let's keep growing. Let's be obsessed with something monster, not just enough. And because my dad was satisfied with enough, he died at 52. I don't, maybe he'd have died at 52 the other way too. But when you scale out, dude, you can actually live longer because you're not doing all the work anymore.
And rule number 10, the last one before the bonuses, set the right target.
What do you not know about money? You need to ask yourself that. What is it you don't know about money? You live on a planet that has endless amounts of paper. You have plenty of sticky notepads. Everybody agree with that? I mean, how many of you are short on legal pads? Or sticky notes, or ear swabs, or cotton swabs. You're not short on any of that stuff. Everybody has plenty of that stuff, except maybe the people in Puerto Rico. That, by the way, that's a good example of what can happen to good people. Bad things happen to good people. And money solves some of those bad things from happening to them. Would you agree? Okay, now if you didn't leave Puerto Rico and you knew a Cat 5 storm was coming, or Irma was coming to Florida, or Harvey was coming to Houston, right? Or you live in Los Angeles and you know there's earthquakes, and you don't have a plan, what is it you don't know? Like you're not stupid, you're not dumb, and you're not lazy. You're a bunch of entrepreneurs in a room that want to do something big. You would not come to this conference if you did not want to scale your business. The question was asked the other night, why do you want to scale? You all have to scale. You have to scale for this one reason right here. You need money. You need money, okay? Why do I need money? What don't I know about money? Why are people struggling with money? You should ask yourself these questions. Why are you coming up short on money? Is it what you know or what you don't know? How many of you know this saying, knowledge is power? Okay. Yeah. How many of you agree with that? How many agree knowledge is power? So look, if you don't have money and you have knowledge, maybe you have the wrong knowledge. Could the wrong knowledge be power over you? Right? See what I'm saying? So, like when you set your business up, how many of you set your business up? You know about the average entrepreneur, solopreneur makes about $42,000 a year, and the average American makes $58,000. This guy left a job to make less money so he could say, hey, I work for myself. Me and Gary Vaynerchuk had this conversation. He's like, look, somebody's better off making 42 for themselves than making 42 for somebody else. I said, dude, ain't nobody better off making 42. Okay? See, this is what you need to understand. The first thing you gotta decide. Now, Sean says he doesn't chase a number. I chase a number. Why would you have a target on everything in life and not have one on money? Every athlete has a target. Right? Every professional has a target. Every department in every company, every division I have has a target. No target means what? What is your target, right? If I have no target, I'm successful. I will hit the zero target. A guy's homeless out there. Hey, begging for food. Can you give me some food? Can you give me some food? I give him food. He's like, no, I don't really want the food. I really want the food. Just say it on the sign, bro. Give me 100. Just change the ask. But you gotta have a target. You gotta have a target. You're probably thinking about that whole 10X thing that we're talking about. You see everywhere, everybody's talking 10X, how do I blow up? Look, check out this dude, Evan Carmichael. He's finding out the things that the most successful people on this planet are doing, and he's letting you know every day. How's it going, guys? Yeah, this is my team right here, okay? This is my team. Yeah! Hey, if you love Evan Carmichael, give me it again. 2 o'clock in a ring play. Oh, yeah, baby. That always makes you smile. Okay, Evan, thanks for everything you do, brother. Be great. God bless. 10X everything.
So first of all, you can always count on Grant for some amazing content. He's always delivering awesome value that helps entrepreneurs, but aspiring entrepreneurs and anybody who has a dream and wants to achieve more and work harder and go for their goals. I love it. It's why we've been able to do 3 series on him, where sometimes it's hard just to get a volume 1 out. This is version 3 for Grant. My favorite rule from what he said in this episode is rule number 5, study success. I think most of us have an environment of mediocrity. Our parents, our friends, our social media influences, the people who we surround ourselves with are just doing okay. They're just okay, and they keep us where we are. And it's really difficult to break free from the mold that you are in. And so you maintain the same level of thinking as the people that are around you. And that's why I've really tried to study success. It's why I have this channel. It's why we're studying Grant today. It's why these people are behind on the wall. It's why I consume the content that I consume and try to share with you guys as well, because I want to get to the next level. I want to break free of the chains that I have in my current environment and continue to build something better. And so if somebody else has done something that you want to do, you can go and do it too. It's been done. You can do it. If somebody else has done it, you can too. You're just not surrounding yourself with the right people to motivate you, to uplift you, to inspire you. And so I challenge you to design that experience for yourself. That every day you're feeding knowledge and inspiration, motivation into your head, surrounding yourself with success. Because if you're around success all day long, guess what? Some of it is going to bleed into you, and you're going to have more success as well.
My dreams are first ever.
Yo, cool. Cool. So quick feedback. What some of the things that you got? Anybody?
Feed your dreams.
Live your dreams. First one you acknowledged. What else? Anybody? What came to mind?
Set the right target.
Put yourself first.
Forget the past and look to the future.
Don't settle for less than your worth.
Don't make excuses.
Don't make excuses.
Wrong knowledge could have power over you.
That's right. The book that was acknowledged is 2 books. One is called 10X. We have not read that in our environment. I know some of you have. 10X, if you want to pick that up by Mr. Cardone. The book that we're currently reading, chapter, we're at 4 or 5? 6, that's right. It's past Friday. So chapter 6 we're on, but that's Be Obsessed or Settle for Average. So if any of you want to catch up, pick up that book yet. The audio is phenomenal as well. But yeah, Grant Cardone. Sound good? Yeah. Cool. So some new training for everybody. Brand new, never been done before, or never used this at Transformation Weekend. But I think it's perfect. It's what I've worked on here for the last couple weeks. It's a simple concept to understand, but I think it's powerful because any single person in here can relate to this. Any of you. You're brand new, you started today, you can relate. If you are an existing IBO, you've been in for a while, haven't seen the results that you want, you can relate. You're in massive momentum, you can relate. So if you're ready, say ready? Ready. It's called In the Zone. Here's how it works. Your goal is to get in the what? Red zone. What? Red zone. Yell it. What? Red zone. Right, so imagine the bullseye, similar to what I use with the warm market recruiting, for those of you who've seen that before. Your red is the bullseye. Outside of that is the green zone. Outside of that is the blue zone. Then you have what's called the O zone. O zone is going to be the biggest group of people. Everybody got it? Yeah. So go ahead and take a second. You want to jot that down. I would suggest put this in your notes. You're going to want to refer back to this for sure. So what is our goal again?
Red zone.
Get in the red zone. That's right. Blue zone. Dangerous. Here's why the blue zone is dangerous. Because you're in ACN, but you're not pursuing the business, you're at a standstill. So this is going to be relative to where you are in the business, right? And it's going to be relative to where your team is, some of your team members are in the business. Everybody got it? Yeah. Are we all clear? Yeah. Okay? So the blue zone, we're going to start with the blue zone first. You're in the business, you're not pursuing it, you're just at a standstill. You are full, or the IBO is full of excuses. Complains about everything and everyone. Doesn't ever show up to anything. Not motivated. You are on the way to the O zone. You are about to quit. Or that IBO is about to quit. How many of you, you're thinking of some people already? Anybody? Yeah. How many of you mentally can acknowledge you've been maybe here before in your ACN experience? Be honest, most people have, right? So everybody got that, yes? Yes. Okay. Then there's the green zone. The green zone is you are excited. Turn to your neighbor and say excited. Excited. You are attempting the business. Regardless of how skilled you are attempting it. You're excited. You're willing. You're getting some results. You're consistent. You attend events regularly. Take responsibility for what's going on. You are in the process of developing into a leader. You are becoming more and more committed as the process goes on. How many of you can relate to this one? That's many of you in this room, yes? Yeah. Right? Very good. Then you got the red zone. The red zone is the goal for all of us, yes? Yes. You are on fire. On fire. En fuego. Here's why. Their being, your being, is aligned with achieving success and winning. The word becomes power. Everything that they say, they do, and it just materializes. So if you say, I'm going to do this PBR and it's going to be filled, you go and you do it and it's filled. You say, I'm going to get an app today. No matter what, you get an app today. You say, I'm going to get somebody ETT today. It just happens. You get ETT today. How many of you can relate? Yeah. How many of you would love to be able to relate so far? Cool. You cannot be stopped. You are mission-minded. You have specific goals that are in place. You are going to accomplish them no matter what. You produce all of the time. There's tunnel vision. Nothing else matters. Many of you heard from the TCs at the first class that we did for Obsessed. They talked about tunnel vision. For the week going into their TC promotion, nothing else mattered. It was a complete tunnel vision. That was red zone. They're a leader. Beyond faith. Creator. Fired up. Failure's not an option. TC is 90 days away at most. 30 to 90 days. Even if you are a QTT here today, it's 90 days away at most. 30 to 90. Once you get in the red zone. So what does all of this mean? Beyond faith. Well, a lot of you right now are still in ACN because of pure faith. You've got no results, but you're here with faith. When you're in the red zone, you've moved past faith. Faith's there, yes, but you've moved past that. You know that there's something here, you're getting results, you're seeing things take place. Does that make sense to everybody? Cool. Creator. You can create anything. You got a leg that maybe isn't doing a whole lot, doesn't matter. You're going to go meet somebody today, you're going to create a new one. At any particular point, you can create something in your ACN business, whether it's through Snapchat, social media like Mr. Carr talked about, whether it's a sit-down, whether it's an old friend, whether it's getting customers, a promotion. You can just create things at any time. You're obviously going to be what? Fired up. Failure is not an option. It's not even a possibility. Like if you set your goal, you're going to hit ETL this month, right? It's not even a possibility that you're not going to hit ETL this month. If it's this week, it's not even remotely a possibility that you're not going to hit ETL when. If that is in your mind, that's the red zone. Everybody got it? Yes. Very good. Let's talk about the O zone. The O zone, you're out. An IBO that winds up in the O zone, it's as if they were never even a part of ACN to begin with. How many of you have people in your team that were in your team that it's like they never even existed? How many of you? Okay? Talking to them is like talking to a rotten apple.
Yes.
Some of them, if it's even worse. Anybody know what I'm talking about? How many of you know exactly what I'm talking about? They're lost. They're negative. They're totally zombie-like. Stay away from them. Stay away from them. And note, if you're in this room right now and you somehow get into the O zone, we're going to stay away from you. It's easier to give birth than resurrect the dead. Yep. Everybody got it? Yes. But you got to be prepared for that because that is absolutely what's going to happen. The bigger your business is, the more reps that are going to be in one of these zones. Is that clear?
Yeah. Clear.
Fantastic. Distance to TC, this is important for many of you in here. Distance to TC, distance to regional director, even RVP, it is not based upon how many points or IBOs you actually need. It's based on how far you are from the red zone. That's it. Now, yes, Ms. Howard nailed it last session with figuring out ETTs away. Like that's strategic, that's actually numbers oriented, that's focused. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. That's something tangible. You can look at, put on paper. That's extremely important you understand it. Is that clear? Yeah. Okay, so you can count how many ETTs you are away from finishing off a goal towards team coordinator. Does everybody understand? Yeah. But mentally, that's why this is so important. Mentally, you're just a red zone away from hitting TC. Once you get to the red zone, that's when everything's going to happen for you. That's when ETTs are going to happen multiple times a week. You're going to get multiple alerts a week of new ETTs. You're going to have multiple people a week promoted to ETT and QTT. It's just going to continue to happen. We just got 200 new certificates made for all the new IBOs that get qualified. So what if today you made a goal that you're going to have X amount of those certificates passed out to your new IBOs in your team? What if every Saturday you were just focused in on how many people in your team were getting the new QTT certificate? You realize if you just focused in on that, how fast your business would grow. Once you make it to the red zone, you're 30 to 90 days away. Here's the thing though, this is important. The reality is no one is locked into any zone forever. They can start in the blue zone, they can move into the red zone, so long as they keep trying and don't quit. Someone can move into the red zone and gradually move into the blue zone. Success and failure are never permanent. Both are zones that you work towards daily. Does everybody understand? Yeah. If you're with me, say aye. Aye. Okay. Red zone to ozone. I'm going to give you some examples, and for leaders in this room, super duper important. Okay? You're producing. You're making money. You experience some level of success. You might even hit TC or above, and then before you know it, you are out of the game, just like so many before you. Are there people in ACN that hit TC and quit? Yeah. Sure. I mean, two ways to look at it, right? You can hit TC. Are you rich when you hit TC? No, you get paid more for helping people when you're TC. So if you hit TC and you don't do anything, and your team doesn't do anything, and nobody helps anybody, how much money are you going to make at TC? Nothing. That's right. So are there people that hit TC and then wind up quitting? Yeah, it can happen. But that said, consider the other point of view. What would you rather be if you were starting today? Would you rather be a TC or a QTT? TC. You get paid more. How many of you understand that? Yeah. Why? Complacency. Forgetting where you came from. Thinking that you've arrived. Thinking that it couldn't be taken away from you. You became bigger than your team and the company in your own head. You lost your hunger. You turned into stop operating at a 10. You stopped doing what that got you here to begin with. Getting to TC in the red zone is easier than maintaining and advancing to the next level. It takes continuous growth and continuously increasing your desire. We started today with you got to keep working on your why, yes? You got to keep growing it. That's how you advance your business. Ozone to the red zone, right? You're out and now you're in the red zone. Sometimes people are out of the game due to timing in their life. I've seen people who were once completely out of the game, talks to somebody about ACN, or something happens in their life that makes them take ACN serious, so all of a sudden they begin to run hard and become a top producer. All you can do for people like this is remain consistent and become successful so that people who want to come back do so because you didn't shut the door on them. Above all else, be the leader they will want to work with if they ever choose to come back. In the meantime, do not wait for the ozone IBOs to get motivated. Move on, and if they're the right person, they will come back. That's right. $1 million tip. You ready? $1 million tip. You are not looking to motivate people. You are looking for people who are already motivated. That's right. So now let's talk about getting into the red zone. Because how many of you, Jen, you want to get the red zone? Yeah. Red zone sounds very promising. How many of you would love to be in the red zone? Yeah. You're excited about the red zone. Anybody? Yes. Who's excited about the red zone? Woo! Here's the bottom line. High energy people equal productive and attract more powerfully. So again, who wants to be in the red zone? Say it one more time. High energy equal productive and attract more powerfully. So who in here wants to be in the red zone? You got that. You're quick. Learn how to turn your switch on. To attract 10s, you have to always be operating at level 10. You're not going to attract the 10s unless you're what? That's right, fact. That's just how it is. Physical, mentally, emotionally. That's going to equal your business, family, and personal, the goals that you've set. So I want to talk about two different instances. A concept a lot of you have heard me reference before, be, do, and have. How many of you have ever heard us reference this before? Okay, so jot this down. Be, do, and have. The first one I'm going to give you equals broke. You sleep late. You're tired. You're not recuperated. You complain about everything. You read destructive news first thing in the morning. I don't care if it's on the internet. I don't care if it's in the newspaper. I don't care if it's on Facebook. I don't care if it's on television. First thing you do is put negative into your mind when it's the most vulnerable. Bad breakfast. Coffee, too much sugar, donut, sugar high, energy crash. No enthusiasm or desire to connect with anybody. Prospects not interested in IBOs, not responding to any of your requests. There's frustration. Frustration equals negative thoughts about money and production. That leads to more stress. Emotionally, you are shut down. Dead action versus inspired action. You repeat long enough daily equals habit. These turn into habits. Now all of a sudden you're burned out. You're broke. You have no motivation to win. You are in the blame stage. You become a victim. And the second you become a victim in anything, ACN or not, you give all your power away. When you're the victim, you are powerless. Let's talk about having success. Be, do, have. Say it with me. Be, do, have.
Be, do, have.
Who are you being? What are you doing? Then you have it. Wake up before the alarm clock. You practice an attitude of gratitude daily. It sets your mind to attract more positives by default into your life. Healthy breakfast, fast digesting carbs and proteins, you get your metabolism moving, you get your body fully functioning. You create positive expectations, you look at vision boards, goals, you read personal development books, you listen to uplifting music, it gets you on fire. How many of you have ever mentally been in this state? Where you're so excited about life, you're just in a really good place. Have you ever been here before?
Yes.
Being that person, prospects are attracted to you by default, and IBOs want to follow. Many of you will find if you've been in these stages in your life while you've been in ACN, all of a sudden you got recruits that come in, all of a sudden you have people that are interested. How many of you have ever gone through that before?
Yeah.
But when you're in the other one, you couldn't get a rep. If it was the ocean, you were in a boat, you fell off.
Yep.
You get results. It reinforces positive thoughts, feeling good, and this is all chemical related. You know, I said this to you at the beginning, part 1. I said it to you part 2 of the assess course. The reason why little goals are so important in you hitting them is because you get more excited as it goes on. Again, just like the gym. If you're working out at the gym and you see no results after 6 months, you're not going to keep going to the gym. So you got to set reasonable goals in ACN, and then you got to hit them. Right? Like if you're sitting, as an example, you're sitting at 17 points. Why wouldn't you set your goal to at least get to 20? Now are you going to feel excited? Yeah. Now, you're not going to retire at 20 points. But you're going to feel motivated. Chemical reaction, now you're more motivated, now you're going to get more points. Has everybody got that?
Yeah.
Just the decision I made to knock out the 15 energy last month, as simple as it was, and as insignificant really as it was, the reality was it motivated me in other areas. Just felt more inspired. I felt more excited. I got more reps just because I was excited about hitting another goal. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Now you become inspiring to others who are in your space. Do it again daily. Massive following. It's going to wind up leading to what everyone in here is looking for, which is what? What gets your energy and excitement up? This is just factual stuff. You can look it up, right? Diet, sleep, and exercise. Your ability to communicate and ability to connect. How you perform life results. What you read, what you listen to, what you watch, who you hang around. All of these things contribute to physical, mental, and emotional situations within one. So if you're going to focus on anything, what do you think you should focus in on? You're focusing on. You should focus on anything. Learn about it. I planned that. Everybody got it? Yeah. So it's a decision. Red zone. But again, briefly, I want you to take a picture of this because it's so important if you didn't jot it down the first time. All of the definitions I gave you here as we progress through it. But some of you in this room right now are literally one negative thing away from going to the ozone. There's people that are in your team right now that maybe if you would have made one more phone call and you got them here today, maybe they wouldn't be in the ozone. That's why a lot of these events are so important, is because that one phone call you make would be the difference between somebody ozone or keeping a minute.
Right.
Does everybody got it? Does that make sense? Yeah. Did that help anybody?
Yeah.
Very good. Mr. Holmes, are Mr. Richard's slides good? Yeah. Excellent. He's good to go? Very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Mr. Richards go through the next segment. Super duper important. Everything that I gave you related to goal setting and the 90-day, 30 to 90 days, red zone, everything's in line with this training that he's going to go through here. It's going to include a variety of things, including follow-ups and what you really want to focus in on and what you personally want to do over the next couple weeks here. But I do need you to everybody stand up. I know you just flex, so you don't need to do that. But I do want you to be super ready for what he has to say. So why don't we do a shoulder rep? So why don't you turn to your right? And slide some shoulders.
Oh.
So go ahead.